Good evening, everybody. Welcome. This is Ghostbox Live Experimental Sessions. My name is Greg Bakken. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. We got a lot of stuff to get through tonight, so we're going to kind of get things started here and see what we can do and see what we can reach. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I had a little bit late because a camera went down right before I started, so I had to put that back up. That's how stuff always seems to work. It seems to have these moments of pure, um, I don't know, chaos, I guess, when you're starting to do these live. So we're just going to, tonight, we are going to be reaching out and trying to reach out to aliens. That is part of the experimental sessions tonight. So we're going to do that. And you're absolutely right. That was just where I was about to go. I do have an alien in the house with me tonight, and if he shows up, we'll definitely bring him on to talk with us because he is probably the alien that I talk to all the time, and he's being difficult. He's a cat, obviously. All aliens are cat. Yes, you can move on now. Now I can't pull in my chair because he's now laying down in front of me. He is such a little shit. You're such a little shit. Can you move on? And the thing is, I don't want to accidentally like roll over him with the wheels. So we're gonna try to get him out of there. Come on. He's such a shit. All right. So anyway, so you can't see him, but just trust me, he's here and he's in the way. So that's our first alien encounter tonight. Everyone, please, as always, please share out this video. Please let everyone know we're doing this, especially the experimental sessions, because they're very interesting, right? There's no guarantee anything will happen tonight. There's no guarantee anything will work, just like any other night. But we're trying to do things a little bit differently. And that is something that I really love doing about this is like when we try to reach out to aliens or we're trying to reach out to John Wilkes Booth, these aren't meant to be gimmicky. So if you think it's gimmicky, then go ahead, think it's gimmicky. But also keep in mind that all of us, we're just curious, right? We're just curious about what we could possibly get. So, so I hope, like I said, I hope you all aren't thinking that this is a gimmicky sort of thing, because that is really just, the absolute opposite of what I'm hoping that we can do. So let's do a couple pieces of housekeeping here real fast. Let's see here. What other things can we talk about here that we always do? First of all, also, just a reminder to folks, I do a Patreon. Feel free, if you like what I'm doing. The Patreon covers all of the stuff that I do in the paranormal, such as these programs. It also covers Ghostbox Radio on AM 950. It covers, which, just so you all know, even though I'm on the radio and it's actually a real radio station, I don't get paid. So there is that. And then also like the living paranormal stuff covers for like helps for cover gas and stuff like that, server fees and whatever else. So if you consider doing so, that would be great. We do have, and if you sign up, you will get your name on screen. We have a support level, intuitive level. These are the folks who have been kind enough to support me thus far. And then we have the paranormal investigator level. So all you need to do, please, is go over to Patreon and please check it out to see if you are able to help out in any way. Just note that it starts as low as $2 a month. So if you could afford that, that'd be awesome. If you can't, no problem. You know what? It doesn't stop me from doing it. Okay. It's nice to have. It just doesn't stop me from doing it. What else can I talk about here real fast? A couple other things going on. Also, feel free if like normally I do this if we have like reaching out to loved ones. If, for example, there was somebody that I reached out to and you felt moved enough to send a love donation, you can certainly do that. That is always, very much appreciated too. Instead of doing a monthly thing if you just wanted to do a one-time thing. I just got one on Sunday, a nice little $5 donation, and that was very kind. And thank you for that. I'm not putting your name out there because I don't know if you want your name out there, but I really do appreciate that. So if you are going to do that, very cool. We also have a couple events coming up that I do want to talk about here real fast that Christy and I are doing. We talked about these Sunday. And so Sunday July 8th, Christy, Stephanie, who runs and owns the villa, and myself are going to be doing an investigation July 8th at Atchison, Kansas. And then the next night, Christy and I are going to be over at Hotel Josephine on July 9th. Now, the thing about these two events is that because for the McIntyre Villa, there are two price points. To investigate till just 2 a.m., it's $60. To the whole sleepover that you stay the whole night at the McIntyre Villa, which I would recommend, it's $100. And then if you did that along with Hotel Josephine, you don't have to worry about a room at all during the that weekend, a hotel room. You have hotel rooms, you have places to stay. They're just at haunted locations, which is awesome, right? So once again, you can go the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, and just about 40 miles away from there, Hotel Josephine. McIntyre is going to be recently, I don't know if the episode aired yet, Nick Groff's Deathwalkers. And then, so that's pretty damn cool. And then Hotel Josephine just recently been on Ghost Hunters. So these are pretty amazing locations. And if you get both tickets to both locations, there is going to be a 10% rebate after the event, so that you get some money back. And we know that it's tough when it comes to gas and everything else. So please, just consider it. It's a nice way to get away for a weekend. And like I said on Sunday night, and I'm going to put the links in the chat. If you are able to do it, and I don't know how well this is going to come across because it doesn't look like it's separated all that well. But let's see here. See if I can get this to look a little bit more right. Stuff is kind of annoying. Both links are coming through to everybody now. I don't know how well that's going to look. I might have to redo that. But if you can't make it, and I understand that you can't, but if you can't, could you please share the links out for us, please? We're going to be posting them on all of our pages. So if you could share them out, that would be also very helpful. Because it's a great thing. And I see a number of you who do events also, and I think it's fair to say, and I said this Sunday, if people don't come to the events, then the events aren't going to be able to happen. It's as simple as that. I'm not trying to guilt people or anything, but it's kind of the reality, because there's a lot of, and I know that everyone can't do it, but maybe you can help try to share it out. That would be pretty awesome. So what else do we have? What other fun do we have before we start talking to aliens tonight? Also, as always, I don't have the equipment out tonight, but please always support our friend Brad. Go out to Cracked Skull Paranormal. He makes a lot of cool equipment. And even if it's not equipment that you will get, you can see some of the client requested stuff that he is making for other people, and it's really cool. So please check that out. That's super, super fun. Now, this Sunday on Ghostbox Radio, we're going to have on Marty and Michael Perry. You may have seen them on Ghost Adventures. They're acclaimed mediums. And what is really cool about them is Marty, she draws pictures of the people that are coming through to her. It is absolutely incredible. And both her and Michael are incredibly talented. Like I said, they've been on Ghost Adventures. They're not doing any readings for us on Sunday. They're not going to do that, and that's totally fine. There's just plenty to talk about. But please check it out, because it's going to be it's going to be pretty fun. and I think it's going to be great. I've been wanting to talk to them for a while, and this will be my first time back in studio for about a month and a half. So I'm really looking forward to coming back and taking care of business. So we have that. So once again, that is going to be on Sunday. So please check it out and enjoy. Now, a week from tonight for experimental sessions, I want to try something a little bit different. Because tonight we're going to use the SB7, okay? A week from tonight, I want to use something called the Andres box, and I'm going to have to set everything up a little bit differently for that. It's a very powerful box. It's very cool looking as well. So what we want to do is we want to, and we're going to try a couple different things. It may not work that well. It might work pretty well. To see what the Andre box does, I have a video I want to show you that I did way back in 2015, okay? 2015. I've never released it. I've shown it a couple times, but I've never released it. What you're about to see is one session. One session. It doesn't last long at all. It's also the very first session that I ever did with this box. And so you'll kind of see what happens with this beautiful box, and we'll see if we can get it. There's captions on it so you can hear what we picked up. It isn't easy, and hopefully the way I'm going to set it up will make it a little bit easier. But check out this video about the Andres box. This is the Andres box. I just got it, and I am dying to try it out. Like I said, I just got this box. It was custom built, and we'll give it a shot and see what happens. If you know who I am, could you say my name, please? Are any of my relatives here? Could you tell me your name, please? If I talk to you again with different equipment, would you speak with me? Do you have anything you'd like to say to me before I shut down this session? Do you want me to try to contact you on Christmas? Okay, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to shut this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what happens. So there is that. That it is a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool box. It's one of my favorites, and I don't use it that often because it's huge. But so you can't. What the hell? Why are you under there again? God, this is an alien. I'm sorry. This is an alien. I mean, I've suspected it for years, and I think that because we're reaching out to his own kind tonight, he is a real pain in the ass. Come here. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's the alien, folks. Oh my God. Here we are. This is the alien. I think if you take off this furry costume, you're gonna find an alien underneath here. So yeah, so it's pretty. All right, can you please let me? Do you mind if I talk to your own kind without you here for a second, please? All right. It's hard to do a professional program when, all right, here we go. I'm trying to move this camera a little bit. Can you do that again for me, please? Interesting. So we got that. I think the aliens want Linus back. Oh, of course. Can you do that again for me, please? Now, I just changed the battery on the REM pod. So it's interesting that it's going off. I'd love to see more lights turn on. If you could turn it on again for us, please. I don't know who you are, but if you could turn something more on, that would be pretty great. Okay. Maybe if I have the camera back on me, it'll start going off again. So that is what that's what we're doing up there. So I'm just going through some comments real fast. Let's see here. First of all, yes, they will. Um, and it is the one. I brought it to Fear Fest. I did, and I brought it to Vegas. I brought it to a couple other places. Let's see, what else do I have here? It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a pretty neat box. Let's see, what else do we have here? So we got that. Thank you very much. So we're going to try this for next. We're going to try this for next week. And yes, Mandy, we have tried this at the Palmer House, and it really works pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, aliens, and it's going to be. It should be an interesting night. Once again, I don't necessarily guarantee anything, but we can just see what happens. And like we always do, keep in mind the sounds that come from the box. Do they sound different? Do they sound more like do they sound like stuff that you don't normally hear when we do it when we're reaching out to loved ones? Is it something coming through that is more like, is it a language that we're not familiar with? And so there's a lot that we can think about here. Now, the thing is that's also interesting is that originally last Sunday, I was supposed to have Matt Neen on or do his interview, have it on, which is about him actually being inside a spaceship that he kind of accidentally runs into. It's a very amazing interview, to be honest. I mean, not because of me, but because of what he has to say. And the thing about that is he starts off, and I haven't listened to that interview in a very long time. And when I listened to it, he talks about the radio signals that were coming through prior to everything happening to him with the aliens. And he was getting radio signals in language that he wasn't familiar with. And it wasn't him that was like, oh my gosh, these are aliens. It was his friends who were listening. And they were all just like, my gosh, this is alien. This is not people. This is not humans talking. Is that been proven? No. But then within a matter of a couple weeks, he had been in this alien ship. And there's a reason that they looked out to him specifically. And you got to listen to the interview. I hope to get it out there for one of the episodes at some point, because it is truly amazing. And I think it's one of the most unique interviews I've ever heard about aliens. And the thing is that Matt was a genius. He had held many patents. He was an engineer. He built a lot of engines. So he was very, um, I'm not saying people who aren't that, they're telling lies or whatever, or their imagination runs. He had a photographic memory. And so he was building these propulsion units himself. And it took him a while to get it right, but he did it. And, it's a great, great interview. Um, he's no longer with us. And I want to be able to share that interview so it's never forgotten. And so hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll play that for Ghostbox Radio, because I think you will all find it very fascinating. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. We're not speaking of spirits tonight, but let's do protection. Okay, because here's the thing, right? We have no control who comes through, so we want to protect ourselves. We want to make sure that we are protected from spirits that might find it as a reason to come through, as a reason to communicate, or not even communicate, but latch on or something. Let's do our due diligence, right? And do everything. We don't have to make a big deal out of it. But, as we always do, remember, it all starts in the heart, and that just set your intentions. Who do we want to speak to tonight? Well, I want to speak to aliens tonight. If any spirits come through, please be very clear who you are, and everyone's always invited. We would never say we don't want to talk to somebody, but just know that hopefully tonight we can speak to any sort of extraterrestrial being from Earth that's not from Earth to talk with us. So with our heart, glow in your heart, and just remember it as protection, as a shield, and just let that grow, and let that grow and grow and grow until it completely covers you. And then from there, that's a shield. And that's a good shield. It should be good energy, should be calming, relaxing, full of love. If not, then you may want to try something else, because this is truly meant to be something that is beautiful. All right. I can feel the energy already. So I'm not sure what we're going to get tonight, actually. And then from there, I just push it out to anyone who wants it. And then anybody in the house that is not aware of what I'm doing, hopefully it's meant to protect them as well. So that's just something that I like to do. We'll find out. Marcy on my profile page says, I'm watching a white oblong thing going across the sky, no noise, too high to video. This is my third one today. That is very interesting. I would love to know your stories if you've run across anything that is a UFO or anything like that. A couple weeks ago, I was over at John and Chris's house, and John and I were in the backyard. It was probably 9:30, 10 at night, something like that. And we saw like little wisps of light to us, it looked like that the window that it was flying through is about this big, probably, hundreds of miles long. But it would start, you could see it up, like almost drop down, move across, and then disappear. And it just multiple things were doing that for a while. And we didn't know what it was. And that was in Hudson, Wisconsin. The night before, there was a picture of some kind of craft or something in Hudson that was caught over by some streetlights, if I'm getting the story correct. And John was very curious with where it was. It was the night before that this happened, that light, and it was caught. It was in some news in Hudson, like on the website. And then, so that was Thursday. Friday is when John and I saw those lights. Saturday, because I stayed over the night, Saturday, John went to look for that story again, and that story is gone. So we don't know what happened. I mean, it could be as simple as it was debunked, perhaps, or perhaps not. I don't know. But it was very, very interesting. So I think it's pretty incredible. And I listen, I want to be abducted. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. I've said it every time we do this. I want to be abducted. I want to have an experience of seeing an alien and being in, and maybe they just whisk me away forever. I really don't care. So, if they want to do that, they're more than welcome to. We have our table, of course. We'll see what this does. Um, is the bell moving? Bell might be moving a little bit, but we have REM pod. We have flashlight. We have the obelisk. Now, the obelisk has a few words on there. What you don't see on there was touch, love, government. Okay, government came up. Then it says make, wire, think. Make, wire, think. So I am not 100% sure what all that means. When I say 100%, I mean I don't have any idea what it means. But we're going to keep this up. We're going to see what we can, if anything comes through. Yeah, looked like the bell swing. What was that? Something banged down the hall. It even got Linus looking over at it. Go see. Go see what it is. Go. Go home. So, I like to think so. As I say every single time, I like to think that what's happening is that there's like in some of these Air Force bases, there's like a gray wearing a military general's uniform. You know what I mean? And he's calling the shots. That's what I would like to think is happening, but I don't think it is. All right, let's start up the secondary audio. It's 10:34, Ghostbox Live experimental sessions. We are reaching out to aliens tonight. Let's just see what we get, and let's see what we can come up with, okay? Let's have some fun tonight. Just going to let the box run for a little bit. Flashlight. Okay. I'm going to do this too. I don't normally do this. All right. Now, Spirit Box people say that you don't have the antenna. We're reaching out to aliens. We'll see if we can get our reach out a little bit more. What about the flashlight? Did it say flashlight? Is that what you're all hearing? Can you turn on the flashlight for us, please? I have to be careful moving my chair, so I can't move over there because there's a tail. I'd run over his tail. He is butted up to me tonight. Something strange. Tonight we're reaching out to anybody who is not of this earth, who might be listening to us through any sort of means of communication. Can you come in for us, please? Can you say something to us? hear me. All right. Is there anybody? Can anyone hear us that is in the Earth's atmosphere or hovering above the Earth? Amber heard greetings. Are you able to understand us? Are you working with the United States government? I am. You almost sound like a female voice. I am. Are you working with any of the Earth government? Any of them? Any of them at all? From where you're located, something about 13. From where you are, can you affect anything in my house? An alien with a heart. He was still alien, but he still wanted to love. Some are more alien than they think, right? What is your name? What can we call you? That's cool. If you can hear me, do you know exactly where I live, where I am right now? Do you know where I am right now? Can you come here and ring my doorbell or knock on my door right out there? Can you do that for me? you know? How many years have you been visiting Earth? Can I get a number, please? Are, are you familiar with Nazca lines? Soft voice. It's fun just to listen. What do you know about Nazca lines? Liz, you think you're part alien? Now, Marcy thought she heard many when I asked how many years we've been visiting the Earth. She thought she heard the word many. Do you have bases on the opposite side of the moon, the side that we do not see? Do you have bases on the moon? Does our government know about the bases on the moon? Your bases? Are the bases underground? Is it dangerous for me to talk to you? What is that? Did any of you pick up those responses when I asked that? Sounds like that was a hot topic question. All right, Marcy, it's a good question. Why is it dangerous? What's going to happen to me? Should I stop talking to you?
Okay.
Let's see here. Where should I not look? He is all around me tonight, folks. It's amazing. Did they just say butthole? If I wanted to meet you, would you meet me? Would you find me? I heard your name. The only name I heard. Where's that block button on this thing? People are like, have you met the aliens yet? I'll be like, yeah, I did. All right, so I swear, there's a couple neighbors on my street. I think they are aliens, to be very honest. Let's see here.
Been a while.
It's been a while. What's been a while? Since you've been on Earth? I'm about to hit the road. In a while? I thought I heard it's been a while, so we're in the same group, aren't we? Okay, so Brad says in a while. Christy picked up through closed captioning in a while. Okay. Maybe that's when he'll come and get me. Bring me home. Do you have any bases on Earth that no one else knows about? So I didn't get anything that really gave me a definite answer to the bases on Earth. I'm going to ask that one more time. Do you have any secret bases on Earth that us humans don't know about? You can answer any way you want. I'm not going to find them. I guarantee it. She's wearing it. God, there's some interesting voices. Hey, folks, the ones who are leaving stories about aliens and stuff, do you mind if I read them after I turn off the spirit box? Because there's some interesting stuff here. All right, so let's see here. else do we have here? All right, Rosie, I know you had a question. Did your race help build any of our ancient temples and structures and pyramids? Were you instrumental in that? No. Are you sure? Here's a question. How many years is your lifespan, your general lifespan for your race? How many years?
Okay.
Won't sound like no comment. We all think you're lying to us. I mean, no one's gonna believe us based on this conversation. Is a year of your life the same amount of time as a year in my life? Who I'm talking to? How old are you? May I have how many years you've been alive, please?
Seven.
And what if 7 years to them is 700 to us, right? What is the name of your race? Can you tell us that, please? What do you identify as? Interesting. Now, when I asked that question just now, something came through, but I couldn't identify it, whether it even was a response or not. So we'll have to go back and listen to that.
The following.
The following, that sounds like radio, right? Do you eat food like we do? Do you eat food like we do? I heard I do. We do. Can you, like, if I made food for you, would you eat it? I made a salad. Would you eat a salad?
Candy maker.
Sounds like something make something, like maker something. What do you like? What do you like to eat? What do you like to eat? People. No, just kidding. But what do you like? What do you like to eat? Did they say salad? Well, mine have lettuce in it. Is that only a Minnesota thing? I live here and I don't know what a Minnesota salad is. Have you been dissecting? Have you been dissecting like cattle?
That's right.
Now, Marcy thought when I talked about what do you eat our food, they said they make do. Robin's thinking that it's like they are repeating your suggested words, like mimicking. And I kind of wondered that too. Someone else on here had said that too. We are getting some intelligent responses tonight, my friends. What do you learn from dissecting cattle? What? You not like the sound? No, but Linus is going to go wrong right now. What are some of the questions I missed from you all? Yeah, what Jill had said. I think there's something to be said about that. How many humans do you take on your own ship every year? How many do you take with you to do tests on?
That's right.
Have you ever taken meat? And I just don't know it. Hello. Did humans start their life in evolution on Earth, or did you bring us here to this planet?
Good.
Do do we have any of your DNA in us? Sorry, I wasn't listening. I literally have my cat. He will not leave me alone tonight. Linus, Linus, enough, enough. He literally will not leave me alone tonight.
Take it. Take it.
Do you interact with us on a regular basis? It's just weird. He just will not leave me alone. Do you implant stuff into our dreams? I've had people I know who dream about being on ships, and they're very similar. The dreams are similar with people who they don't know having the same type of dreams.
That's
If I went outside and I looked in the sky, would I be able to see you? Almost like I'll try. How fast can you travel? When you travel back to your own planet, do you travel through wormholes or portals? Yes. Shit.
Okay.
Oh, now. Do you use black holes?
It's,
Interesting. Had a question, I lost it. How can I see you? I swear to God, it must have been radio. I swore I heard or rape you. That's no. I swear that's what I heard. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's right here. You heard it too? What was that? Is there anything that you want to say to us? Any message you want to give us?
Hey.
Almost I thought it said pagan. Almost thought I heard pagan. Do you go back to or subscribe to any sort of pagan rituals that maybe have been augmented and changed over time to be what we use for pagan rituals? Well, if you don't see me again, you think I'm kidding, but I'm not. Right? What is the basis of all of this, right? Is it them? Yeah.
What?
Are we ever going to, as the planet, ever going to fully know that you exist? Will you reveal yourselves to us soon? You sound like a no. Do you look that much different from us? That sounds like different enough. our government has seeming to become a little bit more open to acknowledging you exist. Was this an agreement between you and them? Are you working with our government right now?
Okay.
It's interesting, that's for sure. We're wondering how you treat the elderly of your race. Do you grow old? All right. I think I'm going to shut this session down. Thank you very much for talking with us tonight. Can we talk to you again sometime soon? Not getting a lot. We'll try reaching out soon, okay? All right. Let's shut her down. Shutting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what we're going to do real fast is make sure everyone knows that in case Spirit was talking to us, in case we were channeling them through and weren't aware of it, this session is closed. I will not be opening the session again for another few days. If you are a loved one or family member, otherwise, if you are not one of them, you are not allowed to communicate with us. For the aliens, extraterrestrials, beings that are not from this earth, if you are around, feel free to communicate with me. You have my permission to communicate with me. So we have that going on for us. That was fun, wasn't it? That was really pretty cool. So why don't we do this, folks? If you are interested, some of you, if you are just like done, first of all, thank you very much for joining me. What I want to do is see if I read some of these correctly, just some of the stuff that people have been putting into the chat. Let's see if I can find, it might be hard to find because it's going back so far. You all put a lot of comments in tonight and I love it. Thank you so much. Liz thinks that she is part alien. Hold on. That's my cat. He is literally getting into everything tonight. So I'm not sure what he's up to. Now, Robin had a story, but I can't get back to it because there's been a lot of comments, and it's just been really interesting with everyone's comments coming through. Hold on. Honestly, dude, what is your deal tonight? Enough. Now, a lot of you have been watching me for some time. How has he ever been this rambunctious? He hasn't. I'm not really sure what is his thing. He is just not. He is really something tonight. Um, I don't know. So we're just going to kind of watch him a little bit. So I lost all of your stories. Just know that some of you think you're alien. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. Um, and yeah, it was a change in energy in here. Maybe he just might be playful. That's um, and I think that who knows, right? I mean, why not? Why can't it be? I mean, they might be doing their own thing, and that's the thing too. I mean, maybe that's the question for next time. Do aliens have spirits um, that they reach out to, or is it like? And I'm not minimizing. I'm not trying to make fun of it, but is it like Star Wars, where like a Force ghost can interact with people? Lanulus. Where do you get that from, Greg? Just curious. Where's that? Where do you have that? Um, where do you get that information from? Um, and do they clone? What if it's the same consciousness from millions of years ago, and that they just keep like downloading their personality and everything into new bodies? I mean, it could be that as well. Um, So yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I think that we want to do more of this, right? We want to reach out more to aliens and see what happens. And if any of you pick up anything, if you see something, let me know. Send me a note. I would love to know that for myself and see um, and just react to it. That's pretty cool. There's some really interesting responses tonight, and we can definitely do this again. And it won't, obviously, like we know it won't be every week, but we will do it more often than not. Maybe once I get Matt's show out there, we can come back and do it. Let's see what else, folks. Just a quick reminder that I'm back on Sunday with Marty and Michael Perry. They're on Ghost Adventures. Uh, like I said, Marty's the one. She draws the people that she is trying to bring through. She'll draw them, and when you take a look at the drawing compared to the people who their pictures, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I think what I'm going to do is Sunday. I want to ask her if she's ever picked up any extraterrestrials. I wonder about that. So uh, you got to wonder about that sort of thing. So we're going to definitely do that, and we'll ask them about that on Sunday. Okay, and then once again, folks, for those of you who are interested, we do the Patreon. Feel free to sign up for my Patreon. It starts as low as $2 per month. If you are interested in such a thing, it just helps me out. We have a number of people who have been kind enough to already take part in it, and I thank you so very much for taking time, taking resources that I know everyone's having. It's tight for everybody. So thank you very much for that. Or if you want to send a love donation, you are more than welcome to do so. The links for these are in the chat, but they're also in the description of my video tonight. So please consider doing that. And then, like I said, obviously, um, we're going to be talking to loved ones on Sunday. And then next Tuesday, let's take out the Andres box and let's see if we can pick up anything. I don't know if we're going to focus on anything with the Andres box. It's harder to hear. I'm going to set up a separate mic. If you all watched last week when I had David Taylor on, he had like his own microphone into the speaker. I'm going to do something similar for that, and we're going to see if we can pick up anything. It's harder to hear. like you heard, I mean, that's why we had the captions in that video I played earlier. But it's really cool. It's very different than this. So that may not work, but it's that's what experimental sessions are for. Thank you, Jill. That's very kind of you to say. And thank you, Pamela, also. But that's what the experimental sessions for. Sometimes we maybe fall flat on our face on this, but maybe we'll get something, and we'll just see if we can get something cool. If you want to follow me, please send me a friend request. You can also follow me at MN Ghostbox. Also, all the wonderful networks that I'm on. I need to create a new graphic because I was kicked off a couple networks, or one network that has everybody that I'd like you to like, if you haven't done so already. All these people support me. They've been very kind to me. So please consider doing that as well, and sharing and watching their content, because it's amazing. So with that being said, thank you, Brad. Thank you, Mandy. That being said, I kept you all long enough. It's great. This is so much fun to always share these experiences with you. We'll be back Sunday afternoon with Ghostbox, Ghostbox Radio. Everything has Ghostbox, and it's always hard to know when I'm calling stuff. Ghostbox Live Sunday night. Also, real fast, let me get to the page real fast, because I'm going to do a shout out here for Mr. Koss. Mr. Koss on tomorrow night. He's going to have on for Metaphysical Crossings. He's going to have Katie Stafford from Supernatural Inc. And a guest moderators are Lexi Stafford and Shadowhunter's own Carly Bird. They're going to be doing a double Estes Center, or Estes session, not center. It's time for me to go to bed. That is tomorrow night. Go to Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations events and live show page. All right, I'm going to put that into, let me put that into the chat here real fast. The show, I believe, starts at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please check it out. And it's going to be cool to see Katie on there. She's very talented. I did a session with her some time ago. It was great. Please check it out. And of course, Mr. Koss of the parish here. He's always amazing. And we just love it. So please check that out tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. See Katie, see Greg, not this Greg, but the real Greg. And we are going to enjoy that. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. With that then, folks, thank you so very much. Thank you for everything. Reach out if you need to, especially if you're getting any sort of UFO stuff or alien stuff, and I'll do the same. Everyone, take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you Sunday.